Hello there. Welcome to A Hero Story, episode The New 252.
Oh,
That was terrible. Don't that. That was terrible.
it was, but I don't know. Like my heart skipped a beat there. I got excited.
Good God. I'm JD. He's Hunter. You know us. You've been watching us for 252 episodes because the lore demands that you start from episode 1 and you come to now.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Please don't. You know, I still think there's a good YouTube video to be made of me and you reacting to episode 1. I think that'll be fun. Like,
Episode
it
one,
wouldn't be fun for us.
no. Episode one is only like 28 minutes or something like that, too. It's
That's what I'm
very
saying.
short.
We could cut up like a short, like 5-10 minute reaction of us just like,
Okay, yeah.
I have two
guess.
video ideas for us. That and then the Zoa tier ranking where we just put everything. We put everything in S tier. Oh, I had a blue earlier.
Yeah, I'm in a blue right now.
Yeah.
Tropical punch.
No, it's blue. It's blue. There's no tropical punch. It's blue.
It's good. It's not the best one, but it's up there for sure.
Yeah. This is why we need a tier video. The people need to know what Zoas are top tier and what's bottom tier.
I haven't had grape, so I gotta do that first, and then I'll.
You communist. Jimmy Fallon had grape. Can you just get grape?
I wonder if I can get grape.
That was what I came up to. I log into History of the Flash or switch to History of the Flash, and then I see DM from Hunter, and I'm like, oh, it must be about the podcast. And it's just Jimmy Fallon downing a purple Zoa, and I'm like, okay.
It's literally
with Hunter saying he's literally me.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if it's available because we just got cherry limeade recently in Canada.
Cherry limeade, oof.
And we got strawberry watermelon, which is all right. Yeah, that's okay.
This is why we need the tier ranking.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is the podcast that's usually about comic books and kind of about comic books, sometimes about comic books.
Energy drinks.
Hunter is here this week. Tyler is
touching
trying
grass
to survive. He's trying to survive in the streets of New York by touching grass, but there's no grass in New York, so he's got to go elsewhere.
Actually, did you text Tyler about today?
I did.
I texted him too, and he said, "Sorry, I'm on a date," and he sent me a picture of the poster of the Aquaman movie.
Yo,
all right.
Wait, is it out?
No, I think he just sent that. I don't think he's watching it.
He was trying to get you excited.
Yeah.
And did it work?
I don't know. Is he watching it?
I mean, I'm assuming it's not out. Isn't it next week?
No, it's like in 2 weeks now. Yeah, I just replied.
That could be our last video of the year.
Aquaman review. My god, Aquaman review. Yeah, there we go.
So this is probably second last episode of the year. Last episode will be at least 2 of us watching Aquaman. Maybe.
Well, Tyler's for sure seeing it. You're seeing it. I'm
3 of us watching Aquaman.
It's just Harper probably won't.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I mean, I don't know if I am.
It's not very often you have a theater to yourself. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it'll be cool. I feel like I rented out the theater. I'll be a big shot.
I usually buy these tickets right when they drop it. Aquaman tickets dropped like over a month ago at this point. I'm gonna check right now to see if I could see it day one. Because my theater is small.
You don't have tickets yet?
No, I didn't care.
I'm shocked.
And I'm like, oh, I'll see it. I'm checking right now my local theater, which is very tiny. For Thursday, December 21st. Let's go like a 7:20 showing. Oh, not 3D though. I don't want to see this in 3D. Okay.
You don't want the Trident to come at you?
To what happened? Yeah, okay. So those dots are seats that have been taken.
So you have about half the theater.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
All right, I'm good. I don't have to stress about that. I think it'll be good. I don't think it'll be memorable, but I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah. I can't wait for a useless post-credit scene.
I plan on selling my first appearance of Black Manta, Aquaman 35.
Wow.
It's in a 4.5, so not the greatest, but it's only going to drop in price next month.
Sell the Amazing Spider-Man, you coward.
No. I like that one. But Aquaman 35, like I could probably get like maybe 500 for that. I was looking on eBay at that. And I'm like, I could go for $500 right now.
Let's see. I could see a 3 p.m. showing on Thursday.
No. Tickets sold.
Let's see. It's loading. I can only imagine. My phone's also at 4%. So, wow.
We'll see.
There are about the X's are taken.
Oh, yeah.
Blue is available.
Geez, your theater's big.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
mean,
got tiny ones.
who are those three madmen in the back corner who are like, yes, we must see Aquaman?
They need to watch like
No,
looking
wait,
up and to the
that's actually
side.
not even that's the front. That's right next to the screen. The
Yeah.
only seats taken are in the front row. Why? You madman.
That's the
Some,
seat for you, Tyler and Harper.
some men just want to watch the world burn.
No,
Let's
they
see.
just want some men want to
That's
watch
a
Aquaman at the very front.
listen, that's a 3 p.m. showing. Let's see a 6:40. Let's see
Because people work at 3.
yeah, okay. 6:40 has about
Okay. Oh my god.
9 seats taken.
The
The
last
one group.
Aquaman, like Aquaman 1, they'd probably be sold out by now.
Yeah.
2 weeks away, that movie made $1 billion. That movie had so much excitement going into it, but this one,
It
it's
did
like
make a lot of money in China though. Like I don't know how much of that came from America. And this is the 9:40 p.m. showing, which you would think would be popular.
Jeez.
Again, the 3 seats in the front. There's no way that must be a spam.
Yeah,
But really,
that's
nobody's going.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll talk about it. We can spoil.
I'll be
it for
going at
everyone.
3 p.m. I'm gonna have the theater to myself. I'll live stream the whole thing. You could watch it with me.
Yeah, sure. On your
Will I get arrested for that? Will I get arrested for that?
No one will be checking on you. So
I mean,
it's okay.
at some point I'm gonna have to take a bathroom break. So live stream keeps going.
If it keeps going, it keeps going.
I'll make an apology video later.
You'll have a GoPro on, so it sees everywhere you look.
Oh
It'll work.
God.
It'll work out.
But yes, look forward to our Aquaman 2 review. That'll be our last video of the year, more than likely. And then on to 2024 for a hero story.
Because the reason why
may bring big things.
Maybe. The reason why it's just JD and I right now is because Tyler and Harper are busy, but they've been busy a lot recently. And we have been busy a lot. We weren't here last week. None of us were. And so because of that, it's the holidays, everyone has family coming by, and everyone's getting busy with just, their personal lives and everything. So we decided just to, this may be the last full regular hero story episode where news and comics of the year, because then we ourselves are going to be celebrating the holidays. Aquaman review will come, and then in 2024 we'll get back to it. We may have new things planned or just regular episodes again, but we'll just get back to it in January. I don't want to say an exact day in January, but
I think for me it's just getting back to reading comics weekly. Like my comics at this point just pile up at my shop every 3 weeks, then I pick everything up. So I got to get back to going weekly, but
totals over $50 and you're like,
oh, it hurts. It hurts so much. He's like, all right, and I added your 10% discount and it's 52. And I'm like, that was a discount?
Yeah. And I gotta organize comic. My shelf looks like a mess right now. This is
mine's worse. I've not put away comics in months.
Yeah, it's same. They're just piling everywhere. I just have stacks and stacks, and I have 4 different stacks on my desk right now, actually.
Right. That's the real reason I don't get women. It's all the comic. If it weren't for the comics all being piled up, I'd be married by now.
They walk into your house and there's just piles everywhere. You're like, please don't step on my Justice League New 52 run, by the way.
That's actually Justice League New 52 number 30, the first appearance of Jessica Cruz. Please step away from that.
Please get your fumes away from my person.
Have you washed your hands and put on the gloves?
Yeah, but you're not even supposed to touch it, but just wash your hands, put on the gloves when in the presence of
just
Justice
to enter
League
my apartment.
30.
Yeah, no, I'm one of those stores during COVID. There's masks, gloves, hand sanitizer, just to enter my apartment.
But worse, you'll be like, what? Don't look there. That's Teen Titans number 12 Rebirth, the first appearance of Batman Who Laughs. You can't look at that.
I was just about to say Batman Who Laughs.
I'm trying to think of first appearances that we may have, which is just past 10 years. That's Thor God of Thunder number 2, first appearance of Gore the God Butcher.
That's my first Simon Baz in a free comic book day edition. Oh my God.
Our first appearance kind of sucked.
Stay away from my gingerbread the Flash.
Because when it comes to the first appearance in the past 10 years, the big one is Miles Morales. Is that it? That's probably
10 years ago. That's 2011.
Oh yeah. Okay, 10 years, Jessica Cruz, maybe, but I feel like that book's not worth that much. Yeah, that actually is a big one. Venom number 3.
Yeah.
Gore was.
It fell off. That's the problem. All these modern ones fall off. They get huge for a minute and then just.
Miss Marvel is probably pretty big. I think that's Captain Marvel 12.
Yeah. First Spider-Gwen and
Spider-Verse
2.
Tyler gave that away for free.
Dumbass.
Those are probably the big ones right there. We still get first appearances in books all the time. Like I feel like Trinity might be big, like Wonder Woman's daughter. I don't even know what her first appearance is, or if I have it or not. I've been
Don't think
reading
it's
Wonder
big.
Woman. It might have been this latest issue, but I feel like we've seen her before then. If I have it in one of these piles.
Oh, first appearance of Punchline. Duh.
Yeah, I
Batman
got
number
that.
92.
I got that.
Everybody, I remember I couldn't even like that was in my college comic shop. Trying to get that was like such a pain. They were like, you can only take one. I'm like, I just want to get one.
Yeah, because people knew it would blow up. But even then, like, is Punchline still a character?
I don't read Batman. You tell me.
Oh yeah, you don't. I read Batman. Since we weren't here last week, I just have like a pile of books from the past 2 weeks. Moon Knight 30 I'll talk about, which is the final issue of the regular Moon Knight run.
Yeah, Hunter about to save some money.
Yeah, I need the money. I went to the comic shop, and my boy Roy, who runs the shop, is just like, this is the last issue. Do you want to sign on for the next one? And I'm just like, no, I gotta save my money. Can I add Ultimate Spider-Man to my list? Comes out the same week. So, whoops. Daredevil 4, Miles Morales 13, Batman 140, Shazam number 6, and Thor number 5. Those are what I read for the past 2 weeks.
Did you drop Green Lantern?
Oh, and Green Lantern, which is not in this pile.
He lost his Green Lantern.
Well, yeah, I did read Green Lantern this
It's
week.
in his bathroom right now next to the toilet. Like he was taking a shit and he was reading it.
How do you know? Oh, the GoPro live stream.
I'm in your walls, yes.
Yeah, we were testing out the GoPro live stream.
Let me know. Do you hear this?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Because it looks really roomy back there in the wall.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Can you turn up the heat a little bit?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Canada.
Fucking Canada.
You didn't read anything this week. What gives?
No, I know. I can't believe I didn't read anything. I would have had Green Lantern and World's Finest Teen Titans, which was the last issue, 6-issue miniseries.
I heard it was good. Yeah, I heard it was good.
I wouldn't be surprised if they end up doing another 6 issues at some point.
Of World's Finest Teen Titans, just that team again.
Yeah, I mean they'll probably do another spin-off in World's Finest. Wouldn't surprise me, but like,
oh yeah, I mean, probably. We didn't.
Like I would read a World's Finest Brave and the Bold of Hal and Barry. I mean, I know Mark Waid's already told that story, but I would do it again.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Any writer could do it. Well, not any writer, hopefully, but I like to
Mark Waid, and Mark Waid only.
Yeah, just have them more on art too. They released. So we don't have like any news this week, but we do have a lot of comics. So this episode is just going to be us rambling for the most part.
That's all 252 episodes.
Yeah, true. Dan Mora released a cover of World's Finest with like William Shatner on it.
Yeah,
but that's like his best art he's done. I feel like he has like way more detail in the faces. Why is
William Shatner on it though? Like it's so random.
It's just like how the Nick Cage had a cover. I feel like they're just doing
at first I did
covers for some reason.
I looked it up. I was like, did he die? I was like, what is this like? I thought it was like maybe a celebration or something. I'm like, did he die? And I didn't notice.
Maybe they're just fans and they asked if they can do it.
Kind of strange.
Yeah, because
I mean, you're right. They did have the Nicolas Cage one, but strange.
Yeah, it's weird how they're doing this. I think didn't they do like a Linda Carter one at one point?
Not that I remember.
Okay, maybe not. But yeah, I mean, okay, it looks good. I mean, it's a variant cover, I think, so it's not like its own story or anything like that, but it looks fine. Dan Mora does Shazam too. Did you drop Shazam?
No.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't on my pull list this week. Was that from last week?
Yes, it's from last week. I think.
Oh no, I'm still reading Shazam. I like Shazam.
It's so good. It's so good. I like how Mark Waid is writing Billy's foster family not as like just other Shazam characters. They're just like they're doing their
actual
own thing.
Individual characters too.
Yeah. Yes. They have their own lives. They're doing their own thing. They don't have powers right now, and they're trying to get their powers back. But in the meantime, they're doing their own thing. While Billy can be Shazam and Mary can be Mary Marvel, and those are the only two with powers.
Well, because I think the biggest problem with the Shazamily is that often, you get Billy has a character, Mary has a character, Freddy has a character, and then the other ones are kind of just like A, B, and C of like the same kind of,
just different colors.
Like, like they look different, but like they're kind of the same character. Yeah. So like, it's cool to actually give them individual characteristics.
Yeah, exactly. And
like Pedro's a big tech guy, right? Like he's
no, that's Eugene.
Oh, sorry, Eugene's a big tech guy. Like,
Pedro's shy. He's silent. Darla's just like the youngest, so she's just a little girl. But they even don't have names or anything. Like, at least for Billy, Freddie, and Mary, throughout like the 40 plus years that they've been around, they've all
Captain
had
Marvel Jr. and
superhero
Mary
names
Marvel.
at least, yeah. But like Darla, Eugene, and Pedro never did, or as far as I know. So they just call each other by their first names. So I don't know. I remember David F. Sandberg, who directed the Shazam movies, said that he wanted to give them names in the first movie, but decided to wait for the sequel in case Jeff Johns gives them names in the comics. And then that never happened. So in the sequel, they just call them Pedro, Eugene, and Darla. So, which you never saw, right?
No.
Yeah.
It's on HBO Max. I could. Don't want to.
It's boring.
I logged something in the Letterboxd today. I was expecting a message, bro.
Yeah, but you gave it like a 60s
I gave it a great
movie.
review from the 40s.
Yeah, 40s. Yeah. How was it?
Miracle on 34th Street. It's like a all-time Christmas movie.
Have you seen it before? Or is this your first time?
No, I never seen it before. First time I've ever seen it. My dad said to watch it, so I watched it.
Okay. Miracle on 34th Street.
It's an all-time great.
All-time great. And just, you're the only one of my friends who's seen it. 4.5 stars.
Yeah. See, this is why I was expecting a message. I really liked it. I was, I was in the holiday spirit. Usually I'm a heartless prick, I bah Humberg, but it moved me a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Black and white.
It's all about, is Santa Claus real? I was like, this is powerful stuff.
Is he?
You got to watch the movie.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to give away spoilers for these kids, that wanted to watch it.
Of course, yeah. I watched The Holdovers today, which is a Christmas movie that came out this year, and it is peak. It's better than what you watched.
Man, you're still trying on those 2023 movies, aren't you?
I think this would be your movie, though.
The Holdovers?
Yeah, this is a JD movie. That's what I was thinking the whole time.
Why is it a JD movie? First of all, I don't like that you think that in your regular everyday life. You're like, JD would like this.
Well, every time I watch a movie, I'm like, JD would hate this, which is most movies I watch. But The Holdovers, I'm like, JD would like this.
You give it 5 stars?
It is peak. I loved it. I loved it.
Paul Giamatti, the Rhino?
Yeah, the Rhino's in it. And he plays the Rhino in this too.
Yo.
So it's pretty crazy. No, this is a JD movie.
What is it on?
It's on digital right now. I just watched it on Prime, but it's Canadian, so it might be a little different. It was in theaters in like start of November or end of October, so it's pretty.
Yeah, it's still in theaters here.
What?
That's what it says on my thing.
Jeez, okay, go see it. The one of the top comments on Letterboxd said this would go perfectly with a bowl of soup, and I can't agree more. It's a Christmas movie. It's a troubled guy. It takes place in 1971 as well. JD likes old movies.
Is the appeal to me that it's old? JD must like it.
Yeah, but it feels like
is that what you think? Is that what you think that it's old? He must like it.
Yeah, I saw Godzilla -1 the other day. Takes place in 1949, I think.
Dude, 5 stars. 5 stars.
Yeah, I'm like, this is a JD
cinema.
movie.
Peak cinema.
Yeah. It says the year at the beginning of the movie. I'm like, oh, that's JD. He likes that. If it said 2001 or something, I'd be like, oh, cut it off. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Anything in the future, forget it.
Yeah.
Blade Runner 2049. If it was Blade Runner 1949, I'd be in it.
Is the reason you like Star Wars so much is because it says in a long time ago?
Yeah, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
If it said a long time from now, you'd hate it.
Yeah, I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
I can't see the future. George Lucas did not see the future.
Garbage.
Yeah,
that's why I hate the sequels, because they take place in the future of
course.
The past.
Of course. But no, this is a movie that I think that you would actually like. And if I'm wrong, I would hate myself.
I guess I'll have to watch it just to prove you wrong.
Would you watch it?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay.
Why not?
It's a Christmas movie that's sad.
Yeah, and that's my appeal. That's how you appeal to me. Not that it's old. You appeal to me by saying that I'll be sad. I'll want to cry after.
It's not to the point where you would be in tears. It's just the kind of movie where, as you're watching, seeing the things that happen to the characters, you're like, damn, that sucks.
You ever just tear up in a movie that's not even emotional? And you're just like, what the hell's happening to me?
Yeah. Of
That
course.
happened to me recently. What the hell was I watching?
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer, when Albert Einstein. No, I don't even remember what it was. There was something that I was watching like not that long ago, and all of a sudden my eyes got all teary, and
Little Italy or something.
I was like, am I broken?
Well, sometimes you're just like, this is, was it a good movie or was it, did you hate it?
Yeah, no, it was a good movie. I'm trying to think.
You're just like, damn, this is good.
Yeah, and I was just like, it was something. It was like kind of like a sad, like lovey scene, and all of a sudden, like my eyes teared up, and I was like, I looked around. I mean, I was alone, obviously, and I was like, oh my god,
You
in
looked at
bats?
all your piles of first appearances, like, we only had a
Yeah,
woman.
yeah. My Jessica Cruz was like fucking like.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, man, if I just clean up the place and put these away, I'd actually have someone over.
Hey, this is getting too real.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'll move on. I'll move on. Shazam is great. The ending. Can I say the ending of this issue?
Go ahead.
So you know the dinosaur T-Rex in this?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, he's a talking T-Rex from space, and he's trying to get Billy to sign his records. The whole time he's just been, I need to talk to Billy because I need his signature in order, because he was like insurance, or I can't remember, it's been a while.
Yeah.
This guy appeared in like issue 2.
Yeah.
But in this, he's just like, Billy, I need you to sign these things. And Billy's like, okay, yeah, well, eventually. And he's like, no, like, I need you to sign it because my kind of dinosaurs, they're in a ship right now and they're gonna kill you and probably enslave the whole planet.
Yeah, they're on their way there, right?
Yeah. And Billy's like, oh, why didn't you tell me that sooner? He's like, if you just signed the thing, they would leave, but you haven't signed it. So then the epilogue of this arc is the dinosaurs are in this UFO and they're just like, okay, we've tracked where the champion is. We're gonna just kill him and then maybe we'll enslave the planet. Like, maybe. So
if we feel like it.
Yeah, they're just like, yeah, his readings are in this area. Let's just go find him and we'll deal with him now. And then suddenly like Shazam like breaks through the UFO and starts tearing everything apart. And then you see like, wait, you're not the champion. They tracked Black Adam instead. I think that's funny and I think it works. And
Did you spit out your Zoa when you read that? You're like, oh
yeah,
he's me.
This is my second issue I bought because the first one's covered in Zoa. Like, oh my god, it's Black Adam. But I don't know.
That's actually, I mean, it's actually cool that they brought in Black Adam, like,
yeah, and it's like a reason because it's like Black Adam's like, why is there a UFO of dinosaurs over Kahndaq? He's just like, he's so confused, and the dinosaurs are confused too because they're like, you're not Billy Batson. Why do you have the same readings as him?
I think something I love that like is not explored enough is that like Billy and Black Adam are so fucking different. Like one's a foster kid who's just like, cool, you can get beer now, and Black Adam's like, I was a child who was a slave. I freed my people.
Like, died.
Yeah, like go into that, dig into that. That's awesome.
It's great. Yeah, I like it. And I mean, Black Adam, he's kind of funny now. He's not supposed to be funny, but he is. But
it's because The Rock is a meme to us, though.
Yeah. But I like that he's in this book. I thought that when they said that they're gonna do Black Adam stuff, I'd be like, oh god, here we go. But this had me kind of.
I mean, I hope he comes back. I do a whole arc with Black Adam. There's not enough like Black Adam stories.
It really isn't.
Like,
and he's a good character.
Like, what's your favorite Black Adam story?
I guess like the New 52 first appearance of him, where he just fights Billy.
Right, like it's cool, but it's like, give me some substance. Mark Waid, baby.
Yeah, he's great in Sinestro, but I'm the only person that read that book. So
you are the only person. I checked
Sinestro New 52,
and it said one person has read it.
Yeah. Sinestro New 52. It's good, I think.
I'll read it soon. I got DC Universe. Why not?
I think I was 14 when I read it, and I read it ongoing too. Like I have each individual issue.
14-year-old Hunter's opinions on
Black Adam?
At that point, his favorite story was Darkseid War.
It's in a weird time too. No, Superman appears in it, and it's when he's just wearing the t-shirt and jeans.
So Darkseid War wasn't. What was your favorite story before it was Darkseid War? Was it like Batman Hush?
No, I don't think. I think it was just Court of Owls. I was like obsessed with Court of Owls.
Court of Owls, right?
Yeah, I have the mask on my wall right now. I love Court of Owls. I was just like I was one of those people that was like just buying so many different Batman books too. Like I would buy Batman Fortress if I was 14 during that time.
Good God.
I got my first job at 14. I didn't have any bills to pay, so I'm like, I'll just buy every Batman comic.
Are you Matthew McConaughey right now, like banging on the glass, like like looking back at old Hunter who had money, like no,
Yeah. Oh
no,
God. Yeah. I mean, I read every Rebirth title for the first year.
take that money and invest it,
Yeah.
please.
You don't need to read Supergirl Rebirth and Blue Beetle Rebirth, man.
Oh
Harley Quinn
God,
Rebirth. Like, why?
what were you thinking?
I thought that I was like, I'm gonna be so knowledgeable and I'm gonna make a comic account and talk about Harley Quinn Rebirth and Blue Beetle Rebirth.
And I'm gonna make friends. How'd that work out for you?
Sadly, it succeeded
You did
somehow.
make the friends, but all they do is harass and bully you.
Yeah, so I made bullies. What happened? I guess I'll move on to another book and we could briefly talk about Miles Morales tied into Gang War, which is Zeb Wells' new event. I don't I just want Miles. This is issue 13 of this run. It's very good. This is the second event it's tied into.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
13 issues and
I mean,
it's
that's usually a DC thing to do. Like I know there's DC
exactly.
writers and creators who've talked about that before, where it's like it's impossible to get your momentum going when you have to tie into 5 different events.
Exactly, yeah. And like this 13 issues and the Carnage event, 3 issues tied into that. And now Gang Wars is gonna be the next 2 issues is tying into that. So
I mean, that's like DC right now. You had the break for what's it called? Night Terrors, and then now you got Beast World. It's like nobody gives a fuck.
yeah. Like the issue before this, issue 12, it was Miles is talking to Blade, and Blade's like, there's like vampires in New York and Moon Knights like involved in this. Like, we gotta talk about this. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is good. And in this issue, he's with Spider-Man and he's fighting just regular gang people.
He's like,
So
"What's up, Peter? Let's
yeah,
fight a gang war."
it's
Gang war,
kind
by
of
the way, is a story from like the '80s. Like, come up with a new name.
oh, is it?
I'm pretty sure 284 through 288 of Amazing Spider because I read it not that long ago. Pretty sure it's called Gang War.
Oh, you read it too.
Yeah, I read it because Tyler had recommended it for like black suit era cool stuff. And it
Yeah.
was cool. Let's see. What issue was that? 280. Shit. 284 through 288. Yeah, Gang War. It was a 4-part
Oh,
arc from or 5-part arc from
so
the
yeah, this
80s.
is like a bunch of gangs basically just taking over New York. I'm gonna send you a picture.
But it's not as cool as this.
No, God, no, that's awesome. That's way better. Just Punisher.
Yeah, basically, like it's a bunch of gangs fighting, and then Frank Castle comes in and he's like, "Oh, cool, they're all fighting. Let me hit him with a big fucking rocket."
Yeah,
And
that
Spider-Man's like,
works.
"No, you can't kill those bad guys."
I
I'm
wonder
like, "Give me a
if
good reason."
the
Punisher
old
was
gang was
right.
being brought up. Here, I'm gonna send you this picture. They have this map, and every area of the city has been taken over by a villain, essentially. So they put a map in this book of who controls where. You lived in New York. I don't know. I don't know anything about New York outside the Spider-Man games. So do you? Is this a New York?
Yeah, it's like Manhattan.
Okay. So
I mean, it's actually kind of cool that they labeled that like who has what territory.
yeah. So here, I'll put it on the. If you're on YouTube, you could see right here. I thought this was pretty neat. What's a threatening area to live?
I mean, anywhere in the city, I wouldn't really want to live anyway. Let's see.
I don't know. It's like a populated area, the most populated
I mean,
area.
Manhattan is there's millions of people. That's what a map of Manhattan looks like. So
Oh, it's just
like
okay.
Central Park is right in the middle there, and with the green and the water there.
So Central Park run by Hammerhead?
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah. So I'd say Central Park's kind of like in the Beetle territory.
Oh, geez. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see.
Um, the very bottom tip of Manhattan is Battery Park. So like that would be like
Diamondback.
kind of Diamondback. Yeah, that would be Battery Park.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Negative's involved. I didn't even notice him. Okay, and yeah, Hobgoblin's involved for some reason. I didn't realize he was like the type of guy that would kind of just run gangs and take over a section of the city. But yeah, the story goes, gangs have taken over the city. The first half of the book, or first quarter, I'd say, is just recap of the last issue of Spider-Man, which I didn't read. So
Yeah, I'm gonna send you
okay,
a thing. I'm gonna send you a thing that's like it kind of breaks down what each area is in
Okay.
Manhattan, like where you can see like Harlem is and the Upper West Side. I mean, Upper West Side is kind of self-explanatory. It's the Upper West Side of it.
Yeah. Wow, this is your official map, hey?
It is. Yeah, we learned that in school.
Okay.
This
Okay.
is yeah. So
Yeah, I could kind of compare the two then. Man, and this is like this map of where the villains are taking over. This is real. This is taking place in real life.
yeah, that's why Tyler couldn't be on this week. He's fighting the gang war.
he's fighting Diamondback and the Owl right now.
Yeah, Tyler lives in Hobgoblin territory right now, and he's a little scared.
Okay, makes sense.
He's trying to make his way to Spider territory.
He like opens the window, just hears like the cackling of hobgoblins. Like, but is it Ned Leeds?
It would, it would actually be kind of cool if like every week they put like an updated map. I mean, I don't know if they're going to be doing that.
Maybe they are, yeah.
That. Like
That would
every
be
week
cool.
is an updated map, and you can see like how territory moves and shuffles.
Because I imagine like there'll be one that slowly takes over. Maybe Kingpin, though Kingpin's on Krakoa right now or something.
When I was a boy.
Spidey goes and he fights some he calls them D-listers. It's just like he fights Buzz, I think his name is. He fights like no-name villains essentially, and he's like, I'm gonna slowly take out the little guys and work my way to the top, because right now Peter and Luke Cage are focusing on like the big guys, so he decides to go for like the small people just to slowly help. And Colleen Wing and Misty Knight help him out, and the whole time they like the villains call Colleen and Misty Spider-Man's sidekicks, and they every time that happens there's like a speech bubble where it's like the three where balloons go and they're like sidekick, like Miles agrees that they're not sidekicks. Like so it's fun. It's a fun book. I just wish it wasn't like kind of shoehorned.
You want to get back to the regulars.
Yeah, because look at this checklist for the event. It's annoying.
That's ridiculous.
It's like 30 books and it goes to
like
March.
Who actually reads every single issue of that? There's got to be nobody, right? That would be like reading every issue of Metal. Like, who would do that?
Yeah, I was about to say, well, I did that with Metal, but I think Metal's the only book that I read every single time.
Every single tie-in, which was like 57 tie-ins.
Metal and Dark Side War I read every tie-in too, but Dark Side War had good tie-ins. Because the tie-ins were like just about the individual League members being like more powerful.
Yeah.
Green Lantern, God of Light, Shazam, God of Gods. Superman, God of Power, Batman, God of Knowledge.
Yeah, that was like 6 tie-ins or maybe less.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot in the end, and it came out at a good time. It was like
the Batman one was the Batman one was really good.
Yeah, with Joe Chill.
Yeah, that one goes hard.
That one was good, and Green Lanterns was good.
Yeah, I read that not that long ago. Superman one's cool. I demand pie.
Yeah, that one's good too. Green Lantern one has the line, because it's all about these League members become gods and they're taking this power and they're using it to be good, but they're kind of dicks during it. But Green Lanterns is about how declining power. It's the only one where he says no, and it's so good. And Tom King wrote it, and the final line of the book is,
and Doc Shaner drew it, right?
Yeah. Final line is, my name is Hal Jordan, my father cut the sky open, and then he declines the power. It's like, damn, that's good.
Goes hard.
Really
goes hard. Yeah. Give me chills.
Yeah,
and I just read it, and I read it not that long ago.
Yeah, it's Green Lantern's awesome. I'll talk Green Lantern for a bit. I don't have the book somewhere here. My desk is very.
How did you lose Green Lantern, dude?
Oh, got it. Never mind. This is issue 5. Never mind. Somewhere. It's
our pal Jeremy Adams, friend of the show. Jeremy Adams, been writing and killing it on Green Lantern.
I don't want to show my desk because it's a mess, but I have a fire in front of me so I get to warm up because my hands are cold and I live in the winters of Canada, so it might be on fire. But yeah, it's good. Sinestro has the power of rage right now, and he uses that to get out of there because his planet has some problems that he's not really revealing. And Hal is all like, I gotta stop this. And when Sinestro was just given this power just by being angry, he doesn't have a ring. So he just gets like the Red Lantern power, like he does like the vomit and everything, but he can make constructs too. So it's not like this is something that's like, that doesn't make sense because that's not Green Lantern, because Hal specifically says that doesn't make sense. It's not a Green Lantern thing.
Right.
So everyone's pointing out that like, how is this possible? How can he have Red Lantern powers without a ring? but Sinestro uses it to get off Earth, and Hal's ring, since it's a different ring. I can't remember why his ring's different. Do you?
Who, Hal's?
Yeah.
I thought it only works with him. Like that
Yeah.
was because doesn't Sinestro put it on at one point?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It's like coded with him or something.
Where did he get this ring? Because he didn't have a ring, and then he got this one. I can't remember. It was on issue 1, which came out in like February or something.
I don't remember now.
Yeah, because
I do remember Sinestro putting on the ring and it not working.
Yeah, because his ring. Okay, Green Lantern history. His ring was Abin Sur's, which broke in New 52, so he got the gauntlet, and then the gauntlet was bad, so he got rid of it, and he forged a ring using his own willpower, and that was like the Rebirth era. Yeah. And he had that, and then he just didn't have it for a bit, and now he has this new one, but I can't remember how he got this new one.
It wasn't in Morrison, was it? Or Jeff Thorne?
It might have been.
That's kind of where I check out of Green Lantern.
Yeah, same. So I'm a little lost there. But his willpower ring from Hal and Powell's, they like when Kyle put it on, it's like this thing is like overcharged. Like it's so powerful that like other people could use it, but
it's like too much power, like you can't control it, right?
Yeah, it's just you're constantly shooting constructs when you put it on. Only Hal can like control it. Yeah. So I don't know what happened to that one, but this one is a weak version. Only Hal can use it, but they reveal in this issue that he can't leave Earth with it. Like it's not that strong. When he flies, that's using most of its power, and when he loses the atmosphere, it starts to go down. He's like, "There's no way I can make it to another planet with this thing," so he has to stay in Earth. Well, Sinestro with this rage power, he just leaves, so he's gone from Earth.
Sinestro's like, "See ya."
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, I got this. All right, peace."
Can't catch me.
He did the meme where he just like peace sign disappears
and fades away.
One reveal for this issue was someone comes down that I think he's a corpse member, but he talks to Hal, and he's just like, Hal's talking to Kilowog at the RV, like he has been at the end of every issue. And I'm gonna spoil something here, but is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
The guy's just like, Hal, you're kind of going insane here. Why are you talking to a fake Kilowog? And then it's revealed that the Kilowog that he's talking to is just a construct that Hal's making. And then he says, and Hal's just like, I just missed my friend since he died. So it's like, oh, okay, so Kilowog's dead.
I kind of like digging in it because that's very like 90s Hal Jordan, like right before, even though it's kind of parallax, like like when he was going crazy, like he made a whole construct like city, and like all of Coast City, he made it again with his ring. So
he's just insane.
It's kind of cool, yeah.
Even did you read the Injustice issue where Hal's in jail and he talks to Guy? Yeah, it's like that. He just talks to dead people.
that issue goes hard.
Yeah, it's so good. So yeah, Hal's known to do that for sure. And
of course, when I read it, it was Comicbookhunter reading it to me, and he's like,
"Oh yeah, you hear the stuff happening in Comicbookhunter right now."
Every time we talk about it, Harper gets mad, so I have no idea.
Yeah, he shuts me down every time. Comicbookhunter's like, he's no longer.
Isn't it basically like he's retiring because the only videos that do well are with Batman?
Yep.
I mean,
exactly. He's like,
why DC pumps Batman so many books, like.
Or if there's a superhero movie coming out and he talks about books like that. He said like when Spider-Verse was coming out and I talked about Miles Morales books, boom, everyone was watching them. But then you talk about Miles Morales books a month later and it's just no one cares. Yeah. It's only when movies are coming out. So Batman's the only thing that sells, and that's like, I get
part of the game of comics, though, right? Like that's why is 50% of DC's line Batman related?
Yeah, exactly. He said he might retire. He started like a Patreon page. It was like, hey, if you support me here, then we can keep going. But yeah, I understand. Comics is like a
RIP.
One of the biggest.
I mean, do you think about it like when you make a post? Like there's certain posts, like when you post comic stuff that you care about, but other people don't. It's whatever. When you post like some big Batman thing happening, like
that's true. But at the same time, my most liked post by Miles, I think it's got like 2 million likes or something like that, from like a few years ago, was a post on Green Lantern.
Yeah.
So it's like this one Green Lantern, but it just because Instagram was like promoting it, I guess. It was on everyone's explore page, and it was just me saying, here's every construct color and here's what it does, because they're a little different how blue works.
I'm gonna go repost that right now and get 2 million likes.
Yeah, you'll get 3 million likes.
But I'm gonna change your watermark and put mine right over it, but not actually try to edit it out. I'm just gonna put my name on it.
You should, yeah. Yeah, you should. I had people message me being like, "Hey, there's people on TikTok that are like doing their face like, did you know?" And like my things in the background. I don't have TikTok, so it's like
you're like that's me.
Yeah. Like they're taking my stuff. They're taking my hard worked posts of me just saying something that you can Google.
We could have made it as TikTokers.
I think we could have, but we chose Instagram.
We chose not to.
Yeah.
That's the problem with Instagram now. It's all reels. Like, think about it. Like, a lot of time that I spend on Instagram, even on my personal account, it's reels. I don't look at regular posts anymore.
Yeah, it's
no one cares about, you know, it used to be
the
heyday of Instagram was pictures. Now it's all reels.
Yep, pretty much. I don't like it.
I mean, neither do I, but I give into it. I watch reels.
Yeah, true. But it's like every app's trying to be the same. Like YouTube is always promoting YouTube Shorts too. And it's like, that's reels. Just reels.
Yeah. Facebook has a similar, I don't know what it's called. They have a similar one. TikTok,
sure Twitter,
Snapchat has them. It's crazy.
Yeah. Wow. Oh yeah, Snapchat does have them. It's just, why is every app trying to be the same?
Because everyone's got a 6-second fucking attention span, and you know they can't look at other things. They can't read a post anymore. It's all about videos.
I saw even in movies and stuff. I saw Killers of the Flower Moon and I saw Napoleon, and both times the theater was practically empty, but there was like some teenagers in it, and both times those teenagers left during the movie.
Wow.
It's like a group of them because they can't pay attention to like a serious movie where it's mostly talking.
But Destiny has brought me this lamb chop.
I know. I thought everyone would cheer over that scene, but no, that happened like 2 hours in and everyone left at that point.
He said Destiny's brought me this lamb chop. You're like, dance in a bathroom.
Yeah, it's basically because I was alone in the theater at that point. So I'm like, come on, this is a Joker too. Wait, I thought
find the stairs.
Yeah. To Napoleon. Good movie though. Actually, Napoleon's not that good.
I was about to say, I thought that wasn't a good movie.
No, Napoleon was kind of bad. But the other one, Killers of the Flower Moon, that was good.
Yeah.
Batman.
That's up your alley.
Which was last week. I noticed DC does legacy numbers now.
Yeah, that's been going on for a little bit now.
Oh, I just noticed.
Respect, because they should have been doing that for years.
Yeah, they should have. But not everything. Like Green Lantern, issue 5, no legacy number.
Yeah.
But Batman
Flash has it now.
That's good. Yeah. Seems to be just some. I know Superman has it now. Just Nightwing does not.
No.
Shazam
yeah, they should add it on everything if it has, applicable legacy.
Maybe Shazam doesn't have it because of the Shazam issue 5 legacy number 13 or something. Like, there's no, unless they count like the Captain Marvel stuff from the 40s, but I don't think they would.
Not.
Yeah, those are kind of controversial.
That's funny.
Batman by Chip Zdarsky is usually not good, but this arc's good. So
yeah,
but I'm not excited for the next one because it's Joker year 1.
That's gonna be terrible.
Which I don't. It seems like a filler.
I mean, I'm looking forward to you guys talking about it so I could just hear it. But
I'll read it because this is my favorite comic book character, so I have to. Well, Batman on Joker.
You disgust me.
I know, I'm gross. But this issue is about all the multiverse Batmen that are Zur-En-Arrh. They're all in Bruce's mind. So Batman is fighting the Joker, while Batman is also fighting all the Zur-En-Arrh multiverse Batman in his mind. So he's doing two things at once. It's even confusing for me. But I get it. Do you get it? I just said. Okay.
Batman is fighting.
Okay, Zur-En-Arrh is Batman's persona without the Bruce Wayne.
Only in his mind.
Only in his mind. Yeah. So Zur-En-Arrh works in his mind, and every so often Zur-En-Arrh could take control of Bruce's body, where it's just like he gets really serious. He ignores everything around him except for stopping crime. That's the only thing. So when this doesn't make sense, but I'm going to explain it anyways. 2 arcs ago, Bruce was in the multiverse, and he met a bunch of multiverse Batman. He met like 20 of them or something like that. And in this issue, it's revealed that Zur-En-Arrh, every time he met a Batman, the Zur-En-Arrh in Bruce's head would talk to the Zur-En-Arrh in that Batman's head and convince that Zur-En-Arrh to come to our Earth Prime Batman's head.
Yeah, I don't.
I need a corkboard behind me.
I don't regret dropping this book.
Okay. You following though?
I get it now. I just that sounds fucking awful.
Yeah, that's basically all they explain. So, but they're just this our Earth Prime Zur-En-Arrh told Multiverse Urinar, like, okay, be quiet. We don't want to reveal this to our Bruce because he'll try to get rid of us. So we'll do our plan once I, Earth Prime's Urinar, have a different body to take over. So all Multiverse Urinar are all in the same head.
Ultimately, he wants Bruce's body.
No, but they're all just like, yeah, okay, sounds good. He says that they could take Bruce's body. He has a different thing in mind, which is revealed this issue. I'll get to that in a minute. But they reveal during this Joker fight, because Joker's out and he's killing people, and they're all the Zur-En-Arrh Batman reveal themselves. They're just like, hey, Batman needs to kill Joker because we can't let this guy run around anymore. So we got to kill Joker. So Bruce realizes, oh my God, there's 20 Zur-En-Arrh in my head while fighting Joker. So he's very slow with fighting Joker, and Joker's just running too. So Bruce is just like, hey, I just gotta slow Joker down. I can't go near him in case Zur-En-Arrh takes over and snaps his neck. So it is a good issue. It's just a dumb plot. But it is cool.
Sounds incredibly dumb.
Yeah, seeing Batman's monologue being like, hey, I can't go near Joker because I'm too busy in my head. So like there's like one page, it's like Batman versus Joker. The other page is Batman versus a bunch of Batman, essentially.
Yeah,
but
I don't regret buying this. I don't regret dropping this book.
Jorge Jimenez art is really good though. But anyways, he's fighting these Batman, and it's kind of fun seeing him fight these other Batman because they're like Batman we know. It's not just like, hey, here's a random Batman that you've never seen before. But like he fights Adam West Batman, who takes out the Bat Shield, as we know from the TV series.
Yeah,
and he calls Earth Prime Batman, like, he goes like, nice try, villain. So he talks like Adam West, but since it's in Bruce's mind, he can do anything. So he just reaches into his utility belt, which now has a new pocket that says anti-Bat Shield razors, and he throws it at the Bat Shield to break it. So there's fun things like that. He fights Michael Keaton's Batman, and Michael Keaton says, yeah, I got more toys where this comes from. And as he shoots like little bits of acid at Bruce, and Bruce says, yeah, well, I could turn my head. And he like runs around him and punches him in the back of the head because Michael Keaton can't turn his head. I thought that was fun.
This is not good. This is not good bad content. This is not Court of Owls. This is not.
But
yeah, I saw you posted on your story.
Batman breaks Joker's back, which I thought was cool.
Yeah,
he does like the Nightfall thing, but to Joker, and that was because Dark Knight Returns came out and did that to him. So he stops them from killing Joker.
Frank Miller is spinning in his grave, and he's not even dead.
Probably. No, I mean, he probably sleeps in the coffin though. So he gets people to bury him for like 12 hours, and then they dig him out.
Jesus.
Bruce wins, but he blacks out. He wakes up in a room and he's like, where am I? And a voice comes on that says, this wasn't supposed to be the plan for a long time, Bruce. We were only supposed to activate the Terminus project once our body was weak, unable to go on. But I needed somewhere to go, didn't I? So I got myself a body somewhere for the new Batman to call home. Please don't leave the call.
Is he going to be in Alfred's body?
No. God, that'd be better.
I thought they were going to go like dark, like in his dead fucking body.
He's in Failsafe.
Oh.
So like just the villain from Chip's first arc.
Oh my God, Failsafe! Like,
yeah, I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess
I would have been more shocked if he was an Alfred's dead carcass.
Yeah. So Zur-En-Arrh has uploaded himself to the robot that Bruce built to defeat the Justice League. So it's like, okay, I guess that's neat.
Remember, all right, I'm gonna Matthew McConaughey banging on the glass myself of like, what if Chip Zdarsky wrote Batman? No, you don't want it.
I mean, I thought this issue was good. It's just it's probably the worst plot of Batman, and like, okay, this is the worst plot of Batman since Zur-En-Arrh was created in like 2004. Like Zur-En-Arrh, I don't find that good.
Zur-En-Arrh wasn't created in 2004. That goes back to like the Silver Age.
Oh, since Grant Morrison brought him back, I mean.
Yeah.
So, which was like 2004. So
you can't talk bad about Grant Morrison Batman here. Drew will come on and destroy you.
I think it's all right.
I think it's all right too.
I think it's good. It's got great arcs.
Drew and I were literally talking about this earlier today. We were on the phone earlier, and he was talking about how great Grant Morrison's Batman is. I was like, yeah, well, James Gunn's gonna wreck it, buddy.
Yeah. Dick as Batman is so good in that arc.
Peak. Yeah.
But everything else is like, yeah,
I can do it.
okay,
I can do it.
Batman Inc. I don't care for it, but okay.
Yeah.
Let's spend like a full 8 arcs on this.
God, I hate Batman Inc.
It's so boring. Daredevil number 4, legacy number 666. That's a hero story. Thanks for listening. We gotta go.
Imagine just the episode fucking cuts. just dead air for the next 20 minutes.
That's the first time I noticed that.
Oh jeez.
I don't feel comfortable talking about this anymore.
Yeah, and your camera just flashed red. I'm getting scared.
Yeah, I feel like if I read these words out loud, something will happen. This is an Evil Dead book that I'm holding right here.
I wish we could have timed that up, like where the second you said 666 and we froze, all of a sudden it went black, and then like we were like, right, oh,
rise like Michael Myers. I should call Harper and ask what he thinks. I'm gonna see if he answers.
0 shot he answers. I will put it at a 0% chance he answers right now.
I mean,
Harper is busy living a life.
We'll see about that. We'll see. I'm calling him now.
With 0 chance.
What?
0.
I'm trying to show you. There we go.
Yeah, no, oh, you're showing me.
Yeah. We'll see.
0 chance.
Because Harper famously is known as the guy that wrote this. He answered. So Daredevil number 4, right?
Yeah.
The legacy number 666. What are your thoughts?
It's true to, my number, that's my personal number. It's a representation and an extension of me and my identity as the devil. That's pretty much all I got. I'm currently watching Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. What are you doing?
I'm talking to him.
Oh, it's Josh Diggle.
Yeah.
Is he calling Diggle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Wait.
Tell him he could have been on this podcast, that coward.
JD says that you could have been on the podcast, but you decided to watch
add
Guardians
coward.
too.
Add
And
coward.
He said you're a coward too.
Well, to be fair, what's more important, the podcast or a Marvel movie from like 7 years ago?
Probably the podcast.
All right, well, I better get going,
He sucks.
Okay. JD said you suck.
Boo.
Wow. Okay, bye.
Bye. So
I thought he was busy today.
I thought he was busy too.
God
It
damn
looked like he was at his house too. I've seen his layout a few times. So
he's a bastard. He's a bastard.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, yeah, sounds good. I thought he'd be at work. Plus, it's morning for him now too. It's like 9 a.m.
Good God.
I wake up. I watch Guardians Volume 2.
He does that every morning. To be fair.
Yeah, he does have the tradition of Guardians too.
It is. No, it's 1 p.m. there. It's 1:13 p.m.
Still, that's not. Who watches the movie at 1 p.m.?
Apparently Harper.
I watched the Holdovers at 1 p.m. today, so I shouldn't talk. But
oh God.
Daredevil fights Bullseye in 666. There's such a cool scene where he punches Bullseye so hard.
Looks cool there.
Punches Bullseye. Bullseye gets a tooth knocked out, bounces on the ground, and he picks it up and throws it at a fire alarm to get Daredevil's senses to go off.
That's cool.
Like
the art is very 2000s-y. I like that.
It is, yeah. And the way it's shown, just like the tiny panels to show like the tooth bouncing and being caught and then flicked. It's like, damn, this is good. The action is has a lot of momentum to it, which is good when comics do that.
Yeah.
Daredevil finds out that Ben Urich has a demon attached to him, or a devil, I should say. I see why it's called 666. The comic is officially called that. So how do you get rid of a demon? I guess since Matt is a priest now, he takes out a cross and he performs an exorcism.
Based as fuck.
Yeah, he starts
he literally Christ pilled him.
Oh yeah, he starts reading
Daredevil.
He starts reading lines from the Bible and just like gets the demon to sizzle out.
What does he say? Like what is his lines?
I mean, I think it's lines from the Bible. I don't know.
Yeah.
Therefore comfort yourself together and edify one another. He that watereth shall be watered also himself. Therefore, lay aside all malice and deceit, hypocrisy, envy, and all evil speaking. Oh, is that
it doesn't ring a bell for me, but I'm not the best when it comes to scripture.
okay? Fair enough. And then you turn the page and you get an ad for Jackpot, which is MJ's superhero name, where she says, "Face of criminals, Jackpot's about to hit you."
And you wonder why I don't like women.
Okay. I guess I get it now. I don't agree, but I get it.
You're Danny DeVito. I get it.
I get it now after seeing an ad for a book.
An ad for Jack.
An ad for a book created by a man.
We've gone we've gone too far. We've gone too far as a society.
Mr. Wells wrote a bad character, therefore, a bad fictional character. Therefore, I'll talk Moon Knight real quick. This is very unpopular. Jed McKay wrote Moon Knight. People say it's some of the best Moon Knight stuff ever. I thought it was okay.
Mid, no cap.
I thought it was kind of mid. This is issue 30. I read every issue, and I thought it was just all right. I thought it started out very good, and then around 15, like the halfway point, it kind of dipped down a little bit. Because the start of this, the whole point of this book was Moon Knight starts a company called the Moon Knight Mission, where if it's nighttime and you have a problem, come to him and he'll help you. And so he rents out like a little leased building, and he sits in there and he just waits for people to come in. When the first people who comes in because they're like, "Oh my god, I was bit by a vampire. What the hell do I do?" And Moon Knight's like, geez, I don't know. So it's really good for the first half because he has no idea what he's doing. And he's just helping people that are in, like, he thought that he'd be helping, like, hey, I was mugged, and he helped this guy. And then he'll go help, like, people that have been mugged or beat or hurt or something like that. But now he's helping, like, this woman who was bit by a vampire. And he's dealing with, like, Dracula, essentially. And so it has such a good first half. And then the other half I thought was kind of mid, no cap, as you said.
And well, and you're kind of, I mean, you have, a leg to stand on when it comes to Moon Knight. You've read every issue from like what, 2000 to present.
Yeah.
So like you're kind of,
I know this guy. Yeah, I know this character, and
you've seen every episode of the Disney Plus show. So clearly, you're an expert.
It's still good. Like this run's still good, and this issue specifically, this final issue was great. It was so good. So I'm glad that it ended good.
But it's no Moon Knight 2016.
No, that is peak.
And it's no Moon Knight 2014,
which is also
the only two bits of Moon Knight I've read.
Yeah, or Moon Knight 2004, 5, or 6,
or Moon Knight by Bendis.
No. The one that did David Finch's on art, which is way too edgy. But I like it better than that. So I don't know. This whole run,
so it's very middle tier when it comes to your overall Moon Knight rankings.
Yeah, it starts off so good, but I thought it just
you're not gonna miss it now that it's gone.
But it's still, like, people, you on like the subreddit, the Moon Knight subreddit, and the Marvel subreddit, and people love this book still.
No, I know people always talk about that being one of the best books.
But I'm just like, no, it's all right. He has this cast where he's working with two new vampires, and he's teaching them, like, hey, don't go out like killing people, kill villains, instead kill other vampires. They're mini blades essentially. But he's like, I work at night, you guys can't go out in the daytime, so work for me. So they end up doing that. He gets Doctor Strange to lend him his old house from the 70s, where it's like a living house in New York, and he uses that to trap people, which I really like. So it's got good moments. But this issue specifically was Moon Knight dies, and he actually does die. Yeah, this
but you said there's already a new book line.
Yeah, called Vengeance of Moon Knight. But this final arc was called The Death of Moon Knight, or The Final Days of Moon Knight. And I didn't know if they do it or not, but they actually do it. He does kill himself, essentially.
Wow.
It's got a good moment when he dies. Is he goes on top of this building where his villains are that he's fighting at the time, and he just blows up the building with him in it. So it's like, oh, you don't see a body, so obviously he's coming back eventually. But his final thing that he does is he sits on top of the building and he talks to like Steven and Jake as like two personas, and they agree, like, yeah, kill yourself. Essentially, like Jake says, Last call, boys. It's been an honor. And Steven says, gentlemen, light the candles. And then Mark presses the detonator, and he remembers like the people he's been closest with in this book. So it's got good art of him like just remembering them as there's like scenes of them watching the building, and then scenes of like moments in the book where they got close.
Yeah.
And then the building just blows up, and he just says, I'm sorry, I promise, and then boom. So he's gone. The next book is about it's called Vengeance of Moon Knight, and it says there's a new Moon Knight running around, and it's not Mark. It's a new character created by Jed MacKay.
You have I mean, not that you have the money, but you have no interest.
No, just because I thought this one was it slowed down a lot.
I mean, listen, the best thing about Marvel Unlimited, you want to read it, a few issues gather up, you could read it, and then if you like it, you catch up.
The first page of this run, which I won't bother getting the issue on me, but it's Moon Knight sitting in a chair with his legs crossed as Mr. Knight, kind of holding his hand up like this, and behind him is a statue of Khonshu as God, and he says like, welcome to the Midnight Mission, how can I help you? Because it's like him starting his thing.
Yeah.
The final page in this book is all of his allies together doing that pose, saying welcome to the Midnight Mission, how can we help you? And a statue of Moon Knight behind them instead of Khonshu. I thought that's like such a good
that's a nice little like
yeah circle. It's like he started off alone doing this company, now he has a bunch of people running it for him, and they're all in like Mr. Knight like attire, and 8-Ball is joined the company too, which I think is funny because 8-Ball was like a joke for the first bit of this run, where every time Moon Knight is doing something, he's passing 8-Ball's apartment, he goes in to just scare him and then leaves. So now he got 8-Ball be hired. So yeah, it's a good ending to a run that starts really good but dips down. But I understand if my opinion on that is unpopular.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the last comic I have is Thor. I could just briefly touch on that, but it's Immortal Thor by Ewing, and it's so good. And I don't know.
Jeremy has been raving about it. He's been telling me it's great.
He's been saying like this is one of Thor's best books, and I do agree. I mean, it's the Immortal Hulk writer, and it's just it's so good. It's so cool. There's this big god from another world called 𝗡𝗘𝗪𝗦, and he's threatening everyone. So Thor's just like, hey, we could beat this guy with lightning, but that's about it. So to avoid civilian casualties, usually superheroes go to like a field or a desert. Thor goes to the moon, which I like, and he brings people that he sees as worthy with him, which is Jane Foster, Loki, Storm from the X-Men, and Beta Ray Bill. And he has them all touch the hammer.
Storm feels random.
Storm held the hammer in the 90s, I think. But she was worthy for a bit. So he's just like, hey, you held the hammer once many years ago. Hold it again with me.
Okay.
So he brings her. So she's on the cover there. So it's a cool concept where she's like, you can all get the power of Thor for 60 seconds. And those 60 seconds goes away, you'll lose it forever. But if you touch the hammer again within those seconds, your count restarts essentially. So it's like, we will surround 𝗡𝗪𝗦 and just pass the hammer around essentially.
That's cool.
So it's so cool how they're just like, they fight for like 10 seconds. They had to pass it to whoever held it like last. Because it's just like, hey, Loki has like 10 seconds left, pass it to him. Or Beta Ray Bill has 20 seconds. So the whole fight is just
it feels like a video game almost.
Yeah, it does. It totally does. But it works so well. It's like one of the most creative fights in a comic I've seen, with them just passing it over and over and over.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing is just, you just see the hammer being thrown.
Yeah.
But it ends with 𝗡𝗪𝗦 catching it, and then he gets the power of Thor, because I guess he's worthy in some eyes. And Thor says, like, I deem you worthy, but because of that, you gain the power of Thor. Thor doesn't bring a storm. He has the power to put a storm away, and you are a living storm. So because of that, he kind of just vanishes. I thought that didn't really make too much sense, but okay. But they're just like, okay, he's gone for now at least, and then he thanks them all, and they all leave. And they mentioned Beta Ray Bill's miniseries, which best comic of the past 5 years to me. So Beta Ray Bill talks about how like he wields the Twilight sword.
If I read that miniseries with nothing else, like just knowing Beta Ray Bill's a character, would it make sense, or would I be lost?
You need to know one thing. They explain it in like the first page, and that's in Donny Cates' run. All you need to know is Beta Ray Bill and Thor fought, and Thor destroyed Beta Ray Bill's hammer.
Okay.
Do you know what that hammer did?
No.
It gives him powers, but it also, like, he used summon lightning like Thor, but also it works like the Donald Blake thing where you tap the cane and you become like a different version of yourself.
Okay.
Beta Ray Bill was originally a very human looking alien. He looked like a regular guy but with no nose, and
then he turned into a horse.
And then you tap the hammer down, you become a horse, and you get the powers. But the hammer was broke while he's still in horse form. So he's forever this horse thing, which isn't normal for him. He only does that when he's fighting. So now he lives a life like that. One of the first few pages of the book that got a lot of people like interested, because it's not your typical superhero comic, is there's a celebration in Asgard after this big battle, this big war was won. And Sif is a little drunk, and Beta Ray Bill's a little drunk, Lady Sif, and they're flirting with each other. And then Sif brings him back to her room, and they're stripping down essentially. And then Sif is just like, "All right, Bill, how does this work? Like, how do you go back to human form?" And Beta Ray Bill's like, "Huh? Oh, you don't know? I can't do that anymore. Like, I don't know what to do." And Sif is like, half her clothes are off, and she's just like, "Oh,
yeah."
So it's just like, so you're just a horseman.
You are stuck as a horse.
Yeah. And Bill, like, he doesn't have a shirt on. He's just, and he looks in the mirror and goes, "Sif, I'm not an idiot. I have eyes. I understand." And he just walks out. It's like, damn.
I'm interested. I'll read it.
It's very, it's not a superhero.
I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you of a non-Thor fan how I think of it.
It's just
having read 11 issues of Thor lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, it's on Marvel Unlimited. It's only 4 or 6 issues, but it's just Beta Ray Bill trying to figure out, like, how do I become less ugly? Essentially, he's trying to find a weapon.
I mean, aren't we all trying for that? Aren't we?
Yeah,
all,
so it's relatable. Except he's
like
a horse.
The day I could lose this form, I'll be great.
Because you are a horse. I guess. But yeah, it's like it's a very personal take on a horse god.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really good. It takes itself seriously, which I like. But
yeah, it's Daniel Warren Johnson. I mean,
Yeah, he wrote and he did the art of it during lockdown in 2020.
Yeah.
Because apparently he asked for this book and they said no one cares about Beta Ray Bill. But then Donny Cates used Beta Ray Bill in his book, and a lot of people liked him. So then he asked again in like March 2020, right before the lockdown, being like, "Hey, looks like people are going to be at home a lot. Can I write this book? You don't have to hire anyone but a colorist. I'll draw it and everything." And they're just like, "Okay, fine." And it ended up winning an Eisner, I think. So wow. It's very, very good. But yeah, that's it. That's my comics.
That's all. That's the show.
I guess that's the show.
Stay tuned. Next week there will be no episode because Merry Christmas. The week after, stay tuned for Aquaman 2, the Electric Boogaloo review. And then on to the new year.
Yeah, where we will hopefully have Harper not watching Guardians 2.
Well, he'll have to watch Guardians Galaxy 3 next episode, and then he'll have to watch the holiday special episode after that. So 2 more episodes without him, and then I think he'll be back.
I will say for our Aquaman 2 review, it might not be released on the regular day that these episodes usually release. We record Thursday nights and we tend to release Friday mornings.
Seeing it Thursday night.
We're all probably seeing it Thursday.
I'll be seeing it Thursday 3 p.m. So I'll be free.
I have a job, so
I'm doing my part.
Yeah,
I do fucking shit.
So JD's job requires him stacking his Jessica Cruz first appearance, so he's seeing it at 3 p.m. I cannot. So we'll keep you guys updated on our Instagram at A Hero Story. But until then, bada bully. Oh, someone requested in the comments for our regular outro last time we did an episode.
Like from the old?
From like 19 years ago.
Do I remember my lines? If you're listening on iTunes, we'd appreciate a 5-star review. If you're listening on YouTube, we appreciate a like, subscribe. Give us, I don't know, what the fuck else did I say?
You said
like follow Hero Story on Instagram. Then
or
you
don't.
said, or don't. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I get paid either way.
Yeah.
And then you say,
I don't say anything. You start this.
I thought you said thanks for being a hero.
After we introduce ourselves again.
Oh yeah. For A Hero Story, I'm JD.
And I'm Hunter, and thanks for being a hero.
And remember, every second is a gift. Goodbye.
Why?